All right, it is Monday. It is time for the Monday message. So excited to be here. Let me tell you something. NatCon was crazy. There is a shift in the alliance. We this is the fulcrum year for us. This is when we go from averaging between 1,000 and 1,500 people at events to going to 5 and 6,000. This is that fulcrum year. We as a team are going to see that through. We are going to help set the pace for the rest of the alliance. NatCon was awesome. Brand new people. I love the brand new people at NatCon when they just start seeing themselves different, when they start seeing a bigger picture, when they start believing a bigger picture, when they start reawakening those old dreams that they had put to sleep years ago, thinking that it was never going to be possible. I'm just telling you, National Convention was amazing. View from the Edge is going to be next level. The speaker lineup that we're going to put in front of you at View from the Edge, it's the best speaker lineup we've ever had at an event. It was funny. We were on stage talking about it, and we're like whispering to each other, like, "Bro, I think we are. This is an insane speaker lineup. We are about to light this place on fire." I know Terry Edwards is so excited. It's gonna be crazy. So we have got to get people to View from the Edge. It will change their life. Let's get started with the leaderboards. I've got some guests, and I want them to share their what they've got to share with you today. And again, we are still not getting submit numbers through the Alliance. So the only submit numbers we have are the ones that are submitted through the Discord. So make sure you submit your numbers through the Discord so we can see them. We want to give you as much recognition as possible. The issue paid is up to date. We've got that. But let's get started with the ones we know of. Submit last week. You got Danita and Chrissy Martin, Stephen and Chrissy Martin coming out of Dallas, Texas. Going to be a power couple. I'm telling you, Danita's got them. Sabrina's got another power couple out of Missouri. There's so much stuff happening, so many places. Johnny, look at Lily, new agent direct here in the base shop. Miguel, another new agent in the base shop. Alan, James, you got Josh Owens, Mercedes, Sabrina, Jeremico, Jeremy Sharrock, another direct. That this is going to be a big month for him. This is moving month for him. He's starting to recruit. It's going to get crazy. He's writing big policies. I love watching the evolution of it all. I love watching it. It's just so exciting to see people learn how to sell, become business people, and thrive. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, Mimi Ramiro. Mimi, this is going to be a big year for Mimi. She had, I think, 20 people at NatCon, something like that. And she's going to make some moves for View. Adam and Cindy Burge, #1 in submit that we know of last week. Again, we're not getting them from the Alliance. So if your numbers aren't here, just start getting that cadence of submitting them through Discord every Thursday. I'm sorry, every Friday. Let's go to issue paid. Sorry. Good Lord. All right. Month to date issue paid, top 20. You got Henry down there at 20. You got Mr. Hutch down at 19. Megan at 18. Rogers and Kim at 17. Danny Hoyt at 16. Camille at 15. Camille, it was great seeing you at conference, brother, at NatCon. David Helgeson. I need to call him. We spent some time together. I'm looking forward to getting to know that couple. They are going to make some moves this year. Camille, let's see. David Helgeson, where I lost my place. There we go. Jeremy Sharrock, again, going to make some moves. Cleo at 12, Mallory Barnes coming in at 11, Josh Owens, another new face. I'm telling you, this is the year of the new faces. Josh Owens in the top 10 in the country with us. Look, hey, Josh, look at that. Look where you're sitting with Aaron Wilson, one of the top producers in the country, Adam and Cindy Burge. Look at the company you're in, brother. Keep it going. Jeremico coming in at 7, Mimi Ramiro currently sitting in the 6th spot, Andre Lee, part of Mike Guerra's team, coming in at 5. Mike Guerra himself coming in at 4. Tom Payne sitting at 3. I'm currently sitting in the 2 spot. And the 1 spot, month to date, issue paid, goes to Seth and Adina Decker. Way to go, guys. Look at that app count, all that Medicare hitting. You guys are killing it. All right, top 5 paychecks for the week. Man, the Deckers have banked some cash over the recent weeks. I love it. Nick Greco coming in #5 check. Sheena Wright coming in #4 paycheck last week. Deposited $4,625.99. Mark Hutchison deposited last week $4,650.19. Danny Hoyt deposited $8,235.18. Number one paycheck last week alone, Seth and Adina Decker deposited $10,696.81. Way to go, guys. So proud of you guys. Recruiting is starting to take off. Always does out of convention. I'm telling you, if you're not recruiting, you are getting left behind. Let me tell you, I don't have time to sell you proper on building if you're not recruiting every week. But let me tell you something. We don't know what the future holds. What if you get sick? What if you want to take some time off? What if you want to go to Europe for a month? All of that comes through building a team, building that passive income. If you're not doing it every week, I'm telling you, you get left behind. Let's go. Top fast tracks last week. Rogers and Kim, Josh Owens, Nathaniel, Horst, Dory, and this couple coming out of South Florida. I'm telling you, I've been doing calls for them. They are bringing in people. I'm telling you, watch out for them. Watch out for them. I need to get South Florida on my schedule. Matthew with 2, Mimi Ramiro 3 directs. Let's go, Mimi. Adam and Cindy with 3 directs, and the base shop with 4. Actual new agent contracts last week. Looks like everything lines up exactly the same. That means we're fast tracking them and we're contracting them. Let's go. View from the Edge, April 12th through the 14th. If you do not have your ticket yet, get a ticket today. Even if you got to put it on the payment plan, get it on the payment plan. I'm telling you, this event is going to change your life. I'm telling you, I brought my daughter to it last year in Denver, and I was blown away with the leadership content she was able to take away from it. She's going to be at this one with us again. How many people you have there determines what you're going to be able to get done the rest of the year. If you got 5 people there, that determines what you're going to be able to get done the rest of the year. If you got 10 people, same. How many people can we help you get to View from the Edge, Raleigh, North Carolina? It's super easy to fly into from all over the country. Got a big airport, got a great facility. We're at the Marriott downtown. There's other downtown hotels within walking distance. The Marriott is the host hotel. I think the room block is already sold out. But guys, I'm telling you, get your ticket now. There's a magic thing that happens when you make a commitment. When you make a commitment, you find resolve that you previously did not use. I'll say it again. When you make a commitment, you find resolve that you did not previously use. You make that commitment, you will be more successful. The people that make the most money are at the events. The people that make the biggest money have the most people at the events. It's a correlation that cannot be denied. The data is overwhelming. I need you there. All right, is that it for my slides? All right, some travel dates. I just did this. Want to let you know, Atlanta, February 26th, I will be in Atlanta for a hot spot. February 27th, I will be in Dallas for a hot spot. February 28th, I will be in Salt Lake City to do a hot spot. Let me know where you have new potential, where you have new fires. And because we're going to book March soon too. I'm just telling you, we are going to stay ahead. We got the boot camp here at the office, March 9th. Come with us. Come to this boot camp. Ask anybody that was at the last boot camp. Hey, Jeremy was at the last boot camp, and he's coming out smoking one of the top riders. Josh Owens was at the last boot camp, coming out smoking one of the fastest riders. Dory and Reggie from South Florida were at the last boot camp, coming out smoking recruiting. Get here to Asheville, North Carolina. Spend the day with us. It's a fun, impactful, insightful learning day. We're going to spend time all day Saturday, getting better, getting selling, and then we're gonna do the same party we did last time. We're gonna have barbecue. We're gonna throw cornhole. We're gonna have fun. It's gonna be a blast. So we're gonna learn. We're gonna spend some time together. Cool stuff on the horizon. All right. So here's what I want to do with the call today. I wanted you to hear from some of the leaders of the base shop of last year. And I want you to hear what they took away at NatCon and what they're going to do moving forward. How many are they going to have at View from the Edge? What are the plans? What are the things? What are the takeaways? Because here's what I love. I love listening to what leaders are thinking coming out of an impactful event. Before we do that, I want to get Omar on. As we've been mentioning on the calls, we've been making some changes here at the office, providing more opportunity for you to connect. We got dial jams. Well, I don't want to spoil this. I don't want to take his thunder. Omar, come on and talk to us about what you got going on what resources we have, so that they can go out. Here's what I want. I want you to go out and recruit unencumbered by the worries of how we're going to get these people writing. We are getting people writing. We are 8 for 8. The last 8 directs we have recruited have written business. We are getting results, and I want you to know what's available. So this was kind of a last minute thing. I was like, we got to get Omar on to just tell him, because I've been just hinting here and there, but let's get some clarity. Omar, tell us what resources they've got to plug new people into, and then we'll get the other guests on talking about what we're doing coming out of NatCon.
Absolutely. Y'all hear me okay? I'm coming through.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
got me? Okay. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you having me on, Stephen. Yeah, man, it's exciting. Got a lot of cool things going on with the class. Of course, we got the Dial Jams, we got the live class. I'm going to just give a quick overview of what we got going on because I'm looking at that list of new submit and the leaders there, and it's like almost half the list are these new directs that Steve was talking about, and they've all been doing what I'm about to talk about here. So if you got new people coming on board, or if you've been around yourself and just want some different insights, or you want to contribute, please, like you need to be a part of this stuff. So first, we've got the training class. We've had that for some time. Everybody's been going through and watching that. It's not long; it's like 7 hours of content, training content, but it's things that a new person needs, right? Do you need to know how to sell? Of course you do. So we got Steven taking care of that. Do you need to know what carriers to use and when? Yes, you do. So we're taking care of that. What about when the client says yes? How do you fill out the e-app? That's important, right? So all these resources, or some of them, are available on the ARC as well. But we just need one coherent place where it's all there and structured. And so that's the way we put it together. So when the agent goes through this course, they're going to know what to do. They're going to know how to do it, right? And they're going to be able to execute on it coming out. So we've got the sales training, we've got objections, we've got referrals, and we've got a lot of new stuff coming in the pipeline too. So those of you that have been around for a while and are starting to recruit or starting to ramp up your recruiting, Chandler's been working hard. I mean, I think it was last Wednesday that he planned, shot, edited, and uploaded an entire onboarding curriculum in like an afternoon. So now that's there. So you guys that are growing, you don't have to worry about, I don't know what steps to take or I'm getting stuck here. Bam, that's all there. Going forward on the training side, we've got more depth, more training, more scripts, more live call breakdowns with real clients, right? We got all this stuff that's coming up and being planned right now. So right now is a great time to sign up for the course because what's already there is helping new people, right? But we got more stuff coming down the pipeline like every week. We're updating it. And so once you subscribe and order that course, you're going to have access to those things. So make sure you're jumping on that. So after the new agent's gone through the course on Thursdays, Thursday morning from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern, we have a live course with me. And I'm just kind of walking the agents through it. I'm not rehashing the whole course. They just watched it, right? So I'm not here for that. I can't teach sales training better than Steven can. That's why he's in the course, right? So what I do is I spend most of my time answering questions, right? So what doesn't make sense? What stands out? Why do you say it this way? Why do you approach it like that? So I want to answer those technical questions. So not only do they have the when and the how, but they have the why behind it too. This is why we do it this way. And I think a lot of training is missing that core piece. I'm not going to do the training and the objections and all that. That is there for reference. We're talking about landing the plane and making it all make sense and putting it together. So that's the second part. And then the third part is the real star of the show, and that's the dial jam. So we do those dial jams every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We have two different time slots. We got 10 a.m. to noon, and we've got 2 p.m. to 4. That's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and that's Eastern time. Every single person that you've seen on those new submit numbers that Steven's shouting out has gone through this process. And so it's incredible because not only do they get to hear new people get to hear new agents dialing and listen to how they say things, they're going to see it flow directly from the training, right? So they're going to see the training be implemented in real time. And to make sure we're not disrupting the flow of the dials, because we're primarily there for that, we have breakout rooms. So if someone has a question about a process or something they need some explanation, we can just jump over to the training room, talk about that for 4 or 5 minutes, then come right back to the live dials. And we pass around the hot mic. Everybody gets the dial. That's how we do it. And because I've seen so much rapid development from that. I'm listening to calls on Monday and listening to calls on Friday, and they sound like completely different people. That's how quick the progression is. That's how people are getting submitted business. Steven said those 8 for 8, I got them on my whiteboard right here. I move them over from dialing to submit as soon as they do. There's nobody in the dialing right now because they've all submitted. And we've got about 7 more people coming through about to drop into that dialing bucket here. So everything that we're showing you, I'm telling you about right now, I could let them come on and tell you about their success and how much has helped them. But if you've got new people or if you are a new people, I encourage you to jump on there, be a part of it. You will be happy with the results.
Come on. Dude. So what you're talking about, I'm just telling you the secret sauce, the magic, that's what we're creating here. That's what we've got this team, this staff in place for. And we are about to put new courses up. I mean, we're gonna take this that we talked about this in our staff meeting, right? Like we're gonna take this and make it, we're gonna go from good to great, but we're not gonna over clutter. I mean, we've got plans, guys. We've got exciting stuff coming. So thank you, Omar. Appreciate all your hard work. Omar should never have to buy a drink at a national event because he has been helping everybody get their new people right in business. All right, let's get my guests on. First, I want to get on Adam Burge. Adam and Cindy, Adam came on like a storm, one of the top producers in the country with us. And now he's recruiting. Now he's investing in recruiting and building a team. And he's doing it from a proactive stance. You know, most people say, I just want to hire one recruiter. He says, I don't like having one recruiter. I want to have 2 recruiters. Why? Because I don't want to lose one recruiter and then only have 0 recruiters. I want to keep expanding my footprint. So investing in his business, one of the top producers in the country with us, and was included on a pretty limited, pretty cool thing to start writing some big annuity cases. So Adam, come on, man, share with us what you and Cindy took away from NatCon and what your plan is moving forward as we go into View. I'm telling you what, we have got, I think it's a little over 60 days till View from the Edge. It's was 75 at conference, and that was a few days ago. So I don't know if I should have done the math ahead of time, but I'll figure it out. Actually, somebody here will figure out how many days we got until April 12th. We have got to assemble a team, a crowd. So Adam, come on, tell us what did you take away from NatCon? Because I promise you took away something someone else missed. And then what's the plan moving forward, brother?
Yeah, what I appreciate about these conferences is every time we have one, I think to myself, maybe for the past year and a half or so, I'm wondering, okay, is there anything new I'm going to learn that I didn't know before? Would I be better off maybe staying home and writing business instead? And I think to myself, no, that's not wise, because I'm going to miss something that's going to be really important, that's going to accelerate the growth in my business. And it never fails every single time. Never fails. Like that opportunity that Stephen just mentioned I was granted was because I was at the last event. If I hadn't gone, I would have missed out entirely. And so it's important to go to these events every single time I come home learning something that I didn't know before, that helps me become even more effective, more successful in my business. It lets me use the time that I have devoted to this on my schedule to be the most productive it can be. And so it never fails. Go to the events, people, please go to the events. Make that investment in yourself. You'll be happy you did. This past event, what really stood out to me were a few speakers in particular that were speaking on the topic of helping new agents, finding new agents, helping new agents. For example, something that Marcus Richardson said that really stuck with me was the statement, talk to yourself, do not listen to yourself. I need that even after doing this for a few years. I needed that point, and I can share that point with other agents. He said, stop saying, for example, I hate making phone calls. Instead, use positive affirmations. Say instead to yourself, I'm great at making appointments. I love helping families. And if you find yourself kind of like in a slump where you're not making some appointments, take a short break, change your mindset. Get a cup of coffee, get your mind right, and then come back to the work you're doing. I also liked Marvin Osuna. So here it is. I've been working really hard at learning how to write IULs. Marvin Osuna has been doing it longer than I have, and he made some really good points in his speech. 2 questions you can ask to open the door for conversations about IULs. Do you feel like you're saving enough for retirement now? See, do you feel like you're saving enough for retirement now? And the second one, how much can you comfortably set aside each week? That's a point I made before. I don't ask folks what they can set aside each month. I get them thinking about what can they set aside from each pay period or each paycheck. So that was a great question that he asked too. I also like the point that was made by Noelle Leventovich. Our team here at our shop have been reading books every month, and the one we just got done reading was Atomic Habits. And Noelle Leventovich shared a graphic or chart from that book that talked about how we often think of our growth as going to be like this, but sometimes it's kind of that curve. And in that period where we think it's going to be and where it actually is, we can get really discouraged and disappointed in ourselves. And it's so funny she said that because we started recruiting really, really hard here at our office back in July of last year. And I felt like it wasn't going fast enough. I think I'm up to 40 agents now. I got agents running now every week, but there was a period of time in there where I was just thinking, boy, is this going to work out? Am I gonna, do well at this? What am I doing wrong? Do I need to do something better? And that chart in that book, as we're reading it, and then, while speaking on that topic at the event, really stood out to me, and it showed me just how true that is. We have to adjust our mindset, our attitude sometime, and be patient. Continue to work hard, but we're going to see the results if we continue working hard, putting in the work every week, being consistent. We're going to see results. I also like the other point about recruiting. I found this to be very true. This was something else that Mark Accetta said. People quit. That's the truth of it. People quit. If you are afraid they're going to quit, you try to be easy on them. But that doesn't help them. It only prolongs the quitting. So I want to be kind to people, but I also want to be honest with people. And so if I get a sense that someone's not being successful, and I know the reason why, I can see what it is they're not doing that they should be doing, I need to be kind to them by speaking up and saying to them what they need to be doing. If they quit, well, then that's between them and their maker. But at least I was a good friend to them by being honest. That's really a good kindness to demonstrate. So those are the things that I enjoyed from NatCon. I'm so happy that I went. Can't wait to go to View from the Edge.
I love it, man. Come on, we're good. All right, cool. So, View from the Edge, Adam. Let's stack them up. We got to get them there. You know what I'm saying? And what you're talking about there last was dead on. And when Mark Accetta said that, I was like, God, I hope everybody heard that. Misplaced kindness is a cruelty. You think about these parents that let their kids get away with murder, that help them, just they're always trying to keep them, from dealing with consequences. That's how you churn out worthless adults. You know what I'm saying? And that's the cruelest thing you can do to someone. So yeah, misplaced kindness is a cruelty. Help the people, care enough to be direct and to coach them hard. Don't coach them weak. I love that stuff. And it's funny how that works. So you're reading a book, Noelle Leventovich is talking about it. I'm just telling you, this is a fulcrum year for us. We have got to pour all the gas we can on. So awesome stuff, brother. I love it. Let's bring a crowd to View from the Edge. All right. Rogers and Kim, let's get y'all on. Same. I want to hear your takeaways. I want everybody to hear your takeaways, and I want to hear the plan moving forward.
All right. Thanks for having us on the call, Stephen. Appreciate you and Holly.
Yes, Rogers and I were both so blown away. I mean, at every conference, you learn something new. You learn something new about yourself. You learn something new about your business. You learn how to network with other people, the carriers. And it's always the truth every single time. Every time I think, well, maybe we should not go to this one, or I should not. Oh, never, because I would end up regretting it. But we do not miss conferences. But one of the things that I took away was I love having Mark Accetta on our team now. I love the characters that he's played with A View from the Edge last year, and I'm so looking forward to seeing the new characters that he's going to portray to us this year. The Prisoner was one that I truly enjoyed that he gave us a sampling of, because a lot of times we are all prisoners of our own mind, and we just have to, rethink the things that we are able to accomplish. We put up hedges or bars around us so that we cannot accomplish the things that we know we were meant to accomplish. And so a lot of things for me are mindset, things that I need to implement. And I love those characters that he portrays because it helps me personally in my personal development. Another thing that I was really, really impressed with was Brian Adams. And I don't want to steal Roger's thunder because I know he's going to go into that even further. But, you know, the Legacy Safeguard membership that he introduced to the Alliance first, I felt privileged. We should have all felt privileged that he came to see us at that conference and to share that with us and then demonstrate how we can sit in front of new clients as well as our previous clients so that we can grow our business and develop relationships with people using that tool. We were so excited to get back home and do the training, and we've learned so much more. You think, just when you think you don't need to learn something else, no matter how much or how long you've been in this business, you learn something else, you learn something new. And so that was a blessing for us to be there and see how Brian Adams used that legacy feature to talk to people and get them to open up, especially that one that was really hard hitting. If you could go back and speak to someone who meant so much to you, and if you had the opportunity to spend just another day with them, who would that person be? What would you talk about? That really hit home with me for personal reasons, but he also showed me how we could use that same scenario, that same kind of conversation with our clients to get them to open up and see just how important it is for our clients to leave a legacy behind for their family, and how that legacy safeguard can do that. But it also helps us to get really good at referrals. Rogers and I are pretty good at referrals, but this was just a new tool that we could put in our tool belt so that we can get even more referrals and help more people, which we were actually doing this morning. And I know Roger's is going to talk about that.
Well, once again, we enjoyed the conference. Legacy Safeguard is a game changer for us. Self-use is important. So we've actually, did one for ourselves. And that way we can actually show our clients, our family, our friends, what it will do. So we would not have known about that if we did not go to conference. That's the big deal. And just seeing how it's explained by Brian Adams, phenomenal, bringing out the emotion. When you see somebody bring out the emotion of Andy Albright and make Jane cry, it just shows you like Brian Adams, he's no joke. He's where he's at because of his skill set. And it was just great seeing that and just really help us to appreciate him and what he does for integrity and how we're part of that. The association is always big. You're going to take a lot from that. But one of the things I really wanted to kind of like tie into the conference and what we learned there, and as far as getting newer people there. But I think we could do more. But the key is to that is getting individuals that we bring into the business selling. So that way there's no excuse as far as they cannot afford to make it there. And it's close. It's in driving distance. For most of us, it's in driving distance. So that just kind of takes some of the excuses from getting to the conference. And so that's our goal. And that's what we want to see for everybody, them to accomplish their goals in this business and be successful. I wouldn't miss the next event. It will hurt your business. It will hurt you as a person as far as your growth. So let's just get there. That's what I'm begging everybody to do who's on the fence.
I love it, man. I love it. I love it, dude. And that was crazy. Like when Brian Adams got on stage, I was like, this dude. I mean, it was how many CEOs of multi-billion-dollar operations actually can get around a kitchen table and sell. That's what he did. It was amazing. I was just watching that going, dude, he's putting on a clinic. Here he is, the CEO of Integrity, and he's putting on a clinic how to close around a kitchen table. I was like, this is awesome. It was just like one of those things like, what if I miss this, right? What if I miss this moment? And you're right, the Legacy Safeguard, he chose the Alliance to roll it out to first. I mean, that is, we got to honor that with growth. You know what I'm saying? We got to honor that with growth. Remember this, loyalty is growth. The same thing like a marriage, right? You don't get points just for sticking around. We've all seen those. We've all maybe tried to sell those final expense policies where it's like, God, they hate each other. They're just waiting for the first one to die. Not trying to be dark, but you know it. You've seen it. That so you say, is that loyalty? No, loyalty is growth. I'm loyal to Holly by growing as a person, growing as a husband, growing as a father. That's loyalty. And so that when I'm looking at Brian Adams, I'm looking at Andy on stage, I'm just going, we've got to grow like crazy this year. I've got to show my loyalty through growth, through real crazy growth. The growth of people at the events leads to the growth of the business. It's that simple. You cannot grow the business without growing the number of people you have at the events. That's why I bought extra tickets. That's why I'm telling you, we are going to fill those seats with fired up, excited people. So cool thing in the studio just happened. We're going to start putting a Cabo leaderboard up every week on the Monday message. Y'all were saying Jeremy Sherrick is number one.
Number one on our team, number 3 in all the alliance.
So he's number one in Cabo points for us, for the whole team. We're gonna start posting that every week. That got mentioned. I was like, why haven't we been doing that? Why haven't we been posting a Cabo leaderboard every week? What's wrong with me? So we're gonna amend that. Mimi, I know you're gonna have some fast risers on that leaderboard too. Last guest, Mimi, come on, talk to us a little bit. Same thing. I want to hear what you took away. You see, it's funny how like each takeaway has been like an extra, like some of the stuff Adam brought up, the Marcus Richardson stuff, the Marvin Osuna stuff. Then the Straughters come in with the Brian Adams thing, which was just a clinic on how to close around a kitchen table. And as the CEO of Integrity Marketing, we control 2 out of every 3 Medicare supplements in the United States. We control dang close to 60% of the life insurance. And here he is just going, I'm going to show you how to close around a kitchen table with Legacy Safeguard. It was awesome. Awesome. All right, Mimi, come on, light us up. I want to hear your takeaways because I know you got something I probably missed. And I want to hear what the plan is moving forward. You want to throw out down a big goal of people you're going to have a view. That's cool. Whatever you want. I just want to hear what you have to say.
Hey, thank you for having me, Stephen. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I was impressed with the whole Brian thing. I was like, no wonder he got so much money because he's so good. Like Watson King said, he make James fine. I was like, he's good. He knows how to sell. That was epic right there. My biggest, I wouldn't say biggest, but one of my biggest takeaway was Alex Abe. I love a lot of the stuff that he did, but it's like, whoa, I didn't think of it that way. But when he said sell one policy a month to help you build your business, that was crucial. And then, wow, that's a genius move right there. You sell one policy, on average, you make $500. So the way he broke it down is that with that $500, you can get into President Club for $100 a month. You can get ZipRecruiter ads for about $300, buy a license list for another $100. Boom. You don't need to go broke to build your business, really. You can manage. I truly love it because a lot of people are thinking, well, I sell so I can pay my bills and everything. I don't really have extras to build the business. But the way he put it as simple as one policy, to me, that was genius. It clicked in my head. I was like, I got to start implementing that one with everybody in my team, because you don't have to wait to make 50,000 and all this money. You can just sell one policy consistently every month and then build your business. Yeah, it's slower, but it's better than if you're not doing anything. And as long as you do it consistently, that will lead you to some great growth. So I really love that one. And also I love something that Noel said, consistency is not sexy. But it's required to grow. So that was important. I'm looking at my own self. I was like, yeah, it's not sexy, but doing it consistently, you will grow and you get to that momentum where you take off and keep going for sure. So as far as view from the edge, Stephen, I'm shooting for 50. That's what I'm doing. I'm recruiting new people, and I'm trying to get everybody in my team at least being one person. Like you said, we had roughly 20 people, but I'm trying to see if each of these people bring one more person with them, then at least we guarantee 40. You know, so that's what I'm shooting for. Just one more person. It's not a whole lot. Bring one more, and then we double right there. So that's the goal there. I can say right now, as far as ticket goes, we're already halfway to that goal. Only a few days, like you say, from convention to now, we're already halfway. So we're gonna keep helping people. To me, it's not selling tickets. It's more like giving people an opportunity to go vote, you know, because every time for me I go to these events, it's a life-changing thing. And it's not a word that I said. I'm one of these people. If you don't want the truth, don't ask it, because I'll tell you the truth when I like it. But when I go to these events, it truly changes in every single way possible. It's just to be in a positive environment in itself. It's worth it to be able to shake some of these people's hands and then talk to them, ask them questions. To me, that's no price too big, you know. And so you have to be there. I don't care about selling tickets for its sake. I don't think Andy cares either. But it's a matter of you go there for sure. You need the ticket to go there, and then when you get there, your life will be changed. And with that view from the edge, all these characters like Kim was saying, I can't even take notes. That's how powerful I feel that thing is. I don't even take notes. I just sit there and get everything soaked. And when it's dark, you can see what you're writing. But it's really so powerful when you let it overtaking you and changing you in a sense. You just have to. It's so deep, so important. You have to be there. If you want to grow, you want to change, you just have to be there. So like I said, about 40, 50 people, that's what I'm shooting for. And 2024 goals for us, I think we're shooting for by family reunion, get a couple more people on the team, 2 or 3 people I'm working with to hit agency manager themselves, and I'm shooting for EVP by the end of the year. So we got big goals. We got a lot of great people coming to the team, waiting to pretty much export the business. That's my goal, Stephen. I don't know if there's anything else. Everybody killed it. I just wanted to say those few things that I feel like were helpful to me. And I don't know if I'm missing something, if you want me to add something else.
That was perfect. That was perfect. Like the stuff that's what I wanted to hear from all you guys. Like, what impacted you? What did you take away? Because here's the thing I know. My takeaways and your takeaways are not near as good as our takeaways. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a team, what do we take away? Because you add all that into the pot. My God, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I miss stuff, and then I hear them like, oh, that's right, I forgot about that. I'm just awesome stuff. Here's what's crazy, Mimi. Think about this. People at events, it is the single most predictable income indicator. You have 50 people at View, you will go to a $500,000 a year override income. I'm just telling you, it's that predictable. It's so boringly predictable. You know what I'm saying? It's that predictable. Yeah, and you're right. It's not selling tickets for tickets' sake. It's having butts in seats. 50 butts in seats means 50 lives that will change. And you say, well, will all of them change? Probably not. Why? Because they're people. They got to want to change. They got to be ready for the change. But either way, if I got 50 butts in seats, that is going to turn into a $500,000 a year in override income. I mean, it's so predictable. So when you said that, I got cold chills. I was like, oh, let's go. Let's go, Mimi, to $500,000 on our way to $1 million. We get 100 people at family reunion. That'll put you in that $1 million override income. It's so crazy predictable. It's so crazy predictable. So, all right, guys, that's our call for today. We are so just crazy excited about what we've got. I'm told in the studio here, it is 68 days. That's all we got left. That is all we got left. Tick tock, tick tock. We ain't got but 68 days. The minutes are ticking. The days will be gone. We will be at View from the Edge. How many will you have on your team there? That is what's going to determine the future. Guys, Holly and I love y'all. We want this to be the biggest, baddest year in the history of your family. And it starts with you and me bringing a crowd to View from the Edge, April 12th, Raleigh, North Carolina. Love y'all. Let's get after it.